To unlock the next quest, you must complete the main scenario quest, Echoes of a Fallen Star. Okay. Okay. I am turned around, hold on. Okay, there we go. Oh, and you go, oh, over here. Okay, I was so turned around for a second. Heading out for the night, enjoy the rest of the stream. Also, carbs and your valid food. Thank you, Cat Lord, for validating that. Thank you so much also for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I hope I catch you again soon. And yeah, get plenty of rest, stay hydrated, and have a good night. Bye! The Rising Stones. It feels so good to be back home. Like, I still feel so happy to see my friends back on the source. Tataru! Gray, might I ask a favor of you? I'm not normally one to pry, but I can never say their name. Flameham? Sure. Has been oddly distracted ever since you came back to tell us of your travels in the first. Would you go see and go and see if she's alright? Sure, I'll get right on that. Okay, old enemies, new threats. Ah! It's Rawbone. It's Rawbone in the thumbnail. Okay. Krell is glad for your return, though it remains to be seen if she has glad tidings to share. Gray, my, what a pleasant surprise. If you come to inquire about the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing the corporeal aether. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we'd go with you to the first and help. Pardon the interruption, but I came bearing urgent news. Who is it? Hello, Maxima. Ah, Gray. It has been far too long, my friend. Forgive me, I don't believe we have been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Alden, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Ah, yes. I have heard stories of a defector from Garlemald, but never mind that. You said you have urgent news? Indeed, as you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Garlean forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dark. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. Do we get to see Lise again too? And it is there we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belly grow dangers and unforeseen threats. Commander Alden has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was clear to whom he wished I extend this invitation. It would seem time is of the essence. Well, you'll not be attending this meeting alone. Though I am not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all of this. Yes, of course. Then we must make for Alamegan Quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two! Yay! Girabana! It just wrong! Okay. How to navigate this place? Let's get our little doggo out. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what I named my dog. My dog mount. Oh! How do you get that? There's gotta be a way up there somehow. Ooh! Look at that mount. That's cool looking. Commander Eldon awaits us in the Royal Palace, if you would follow me.
They're here, Commander.
Ramon!
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark. Not that I understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury.
It's cool to, like, get the perspective and understanding of other characters in the game and, like, what their knowledge is of what else is out there beyond the source. So, like, Raban has, you know, he just stated that, like, he can't fathom other planets, I guess, right? Or, like, other shards. So that, I find that kind of interesting. Just to kind of get, like, that little tidbit of information. Like, what is... I kind of wondered, like, do other people on the source know about these other shards kind of thing? Do they know about the first? And so, at least for Raban, he did not, so.
I trust you two require no introduction.
We meet
Definitely
again,
not.
hero of Eorzea. Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Oh boy.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows, and brought more than 2 companions.
You know what would be absolutely crazy? If Zodiark comes back on the first, so everyone that's there is like, oh shit, in danger. But then we have freaking Xenos back on the source, and like some shit happens with Black Rose, and it's like, oh no, these people are in danger. How do we save both worlds? But yeah, a lot of different plates, I feel like. Or that I fear. I fear for what's to come.
We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand.
That was crazy, I remember that.
Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
God damn.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
Oh, boy. Somewhat important names? Yes, I had a feeling that these names were important. I just don't really know what to write for these names.
We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress. So we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did. Though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope.
Hey Pat, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I had a fantastic day. Thank you so much for asking if I did or not. Yeah, sending much love to you too. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Did you have a great day too? Okay, as it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you and its vanguard, I hope. Okay. So he wants
Before you
strength.
say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you and you alone have faced the Ultima weapon and emerged victorious. We need you.
Man, we are in such a rough place. We gotta take care of a lot.
When the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
This is tough because we do need to help.
The Ascian's downfall was to
But
be
our
the work
friends.
of my remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further.
Wait, the Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days, but it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. Okay.
I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
So, we're gonna go fight this new Ultima weapon?
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon. Our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first.
Gosh. What do we do?
I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
I hope not either. Oh, I hope not either. Why do I feel like this is also foreshadowing? Ugh. Ugh. I had a great day, honestly. I just slept most of the day. I was lazy. That's how I was too. I didn't really sleep, but I was lazy. I played a shit ton of Fortnite today. I just sunk a bunch of hours into Fortnite and then took care of some errands, and here I am now streaming. But I slept a ton yesterday. Got caught up on some much needed sleep. Heading to bed, have a wonderful stream at night, and then by chat. Alright, Jay, thank you so much for stopping by. It's always good to see you in chat. Thank you so much for the sub of 11 months. Oh my god, I can't believe next month will be a 1-year sub-versary with you. It is truly appreciated, so thank you so much for the continued support. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye! I was wondering what was happening back in Stormblood. Yeah! Yeah, so now we know. We got a little more insight. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford to ignore the threat of the new Ultima weapon, but with each passing day, the plight of the Scions grows even more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. Let's turn my fan on really quick. Let's get a little stuffy in here. Pray return to the first. Man, this is so tough. We have Ultima weapon. And shit's falling apart on the source. We got our friends on the first. Things aren't looking so hot over there. I mean, we got this freaking possibly Zodiac or something. I don't know. And we gotta get their souls back to their body. There's just so much going on. That's how I feel. I really hope they don't make us choose. Prial can see the steely resolve in your eyes and suspects she knows to where duty calls you. I take it you're ready to return to the first? Then I would ask that you apprise the others of recent events here in the source, namely, Xenos' return and the development of a new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may assure them Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporeal aether stable. Safe travels, Gray. I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. Okay, so I have a feeling they're gonna be like, what are you doing? Go fight Ultima Weapon. Back to the Crystorium. This is cool going back and forth between the source and the first. We haven't been to the Crystarium in a while, it seems. Or it feels like we haven't. Oh, did I? Oh, I did! I didn't even know I did. What is this? Oh. All Dark Knight stuff. My level 80 stuff? Oh, I need to put some of this stuff in the glam dresser. Yeah, that's right, that's right. So, yeah, whenever I, by the time I was done with the cutscene for the last, or the 8th Eden raid, everyone had already left and everything. So, I didn't get a chance to, like, try and claim anything. So I had no idea that I even got the little minion. You've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and a means to return the Scions home. I trust you too have been making good use for your time. Let me guess. We're gonna be fighting Ultima Weapon, and at the very last second, when we really need some help, the Scions' souls are somehow gonna be merged back to their bodies, and they're gonna be fighting with us. That's probably not how it's gonna play, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that's how it played out. Ill tidings from the source, you say? Then I will summon the others that we might all be apprised of the situation.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion.
Well, that's exciting.
Thanks in large part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Oh.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one.
Interesting.
An ark for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
Wow. Okay.
However...
Oh boy.
However?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allagan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allagan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
Yeah. Sorry I'm like so quiet, y'all. I'm like listening to the story here. It's all very interesting.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
I certainly hope so. I'm gonna need their help to fight this Ultima weapon.
My apologies.
What? Lena?
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
Oh, jeez.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness. But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
I wonder what she has to say.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Yay! Alfie gets to come with us. It's been a while since we hung out with Alfie. King salmon food. Okay, creamy salmon pasta, rare roast. Ugh, those sound gross. We'll take the money. council. Alphino is eager to assist Captain Lena. I must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it will be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go and speak with Lena? Alright, I'm really curious to see what Lena has to say. I suggest we hurry. Lena does not strike me as one who enjoys being made to wait. She does come across as intimidating a little bit. We have little time, so I will be brief. A Sin Eater has been sighted in Lakeland, and I ask for your assistance in slaying it. Oh, snap. A Sin Eater? I had heard some few yet remained after the knight had returned, but perhaps we should call the others? That will not be necessary. It is only a single Sin Eater. A simple task for our guard, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency, and they gain nothing from an easy victory, but you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example. Me? Why not Alfie? No. Let's be about it then. Excellent. Then let us make for Fort Job. If you would wait here a moment, I will gather the others. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight at your side. It's cool to see people still look up to us. I was at death's door that day after the Sun Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd likely stepped through, and I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field, of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But that is no way to honor her or my comrades, and so I have returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. A pleasure to meet you, miss. Truly. It seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride in Namaru to go and save the Oracle. Strange to think that Yomoran soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side, but we will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. It's true, we've come a long way and a lot has changed. We seem to be missing one. My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. The name's Thaler? I assure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to her. Didn't give up, didn't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. but there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. He looks like a knockoff Ardbert. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in. Your heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let's not keep them waiting. This is like some kind of meet and greet. These bitches ain't here to learn from me, they just want to meet us. Freaking meet and greet, we should charge for this. I kid. Okay, their little doggo out. I need to go like... Oh, I forgot, I can fly here. This is one of the few places I can fly in Shadowbringers. Man, it's crazy to think back at like when we first arrived to the first, not having a clue where we were, what was going on. So much has changed. True, we did have an impact on a lot of people.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
Who is that?
By himself. Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe he did. I've never seen anything like it.
Wait. Oh, this was that evil Ardbert.
So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
Wait, what? Warrior of light? We're the warrior
of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be her. The warrior of darkness.
Hey? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
So we like got called out here for nothing really, other than
I had hoped to fight at your side
the tidbit of information that
but I'll continue to follow your example.
Warrior of Light's
and may
back.
we meet again.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world.
I mean, that's fair.
Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias.
I wonder, is
but that
really
is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
If that's actually Ardbert, then how did we find a way to like bring his soul back to his body, and can we apply that to the Scions?
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Is she okay?
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was.
I mean, we've all been through a lot.
He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there.
I certainly hope so, but I don't think we got joy coming anytime soon.
Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
Oh, Lena, you shouldn't think that way. Anchor's Keep is where we have chosen to be. He's lost without you, and he misses you already. I kind of like the first one.
Is that so? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
I really like Lena. She's one of my favorite characters. Okay. Wish she got more screen time. I know! I really like Lena a lot. I mean, I'm happy for what time we do get to see with her, but yeah, you're right. I do wish she had more screen time. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here.